right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This is going to be the full moon reading for October 1st of 2020. I believe this is a super moon in Aries. So I think it's going to be a little fiery. I can feel the power. I would say for the past like 4 days, I've been feeling it. So I decided to start with the full moon reading, and I will follow up with the month of October reading, but I figured I would add, I would give some extra support to those that need it. I know the energy is really moving lately. So we'll kind of start. I have all of my decks out, so I'm going to kind of do this a little bit more live than usual. Just kind of see where Spirit really wants me to go. So I think we're going to start with the Sacred Power cards. One thing that I do want to say is, take what resonates, leave what does not. I'm here. My intention going into this is just to give loving energy, loving guidance messages to those that need it. If you guys have questions, you can always reach out to me. But this is just to kind of help you understand maybe this internal push-pull that's kind of happening, that's kind of going on right now. So just checking, and there are two. Just kind of checking in on what the energy is. So we'll kind of get these messages. Okay, this card keeps coming up a lot, the exploration. One thing I want to bring up with this does feel like physical travel. This is like the third time I've pulled this card today. So for those of you that, I don't know if you're like thinking about it or wanting to or whatever it may be, I feel like I would really look into traveling. This does, every time I keep seeing this, there's two things that kind of keep coming up. There's this physical travel where you're really like going and discovering something within yourself that is like filling your cup back up. But then there's this also like inner exploration, which then leads me to this like Animal Kingdom card. So for some, I want to say, be open to travel. I know like we are in a pandemic at the moment, but for some reason I want to say if you are feeling that pull, I know I am, to kind of get out of town or to go to the mountains or somewhere where there's just a lot of space, I would say listen to that. I feel like answers that you're looking for will be revealed to you through that travel time. For those of you that feel like this is more of that internal, and it might actually even be both, kind of turning within and searching within, I'm kind of being drawn to the Animal Kingdom card. Let me get a clarifier on that. Actually, I'll go with the healing. I'm going to go back to the Whispers of Healing Oracle and kind of have them elaborate on the Animal Kingdom. I feel like with the Animal Kingdom card, it always reminds me of, like each animal represents a different perspective, I would say, or something to kind of focus on. Yeah. I love this. A lot of animals have been coming in with my readings too, as guides, and as, each animal kind of represents, I understand, different kind of spirit totem animals. So let me make sure I'm getting this clearly. For some reason, I'm really drawn to the two up here, and I feel like it directly relates to this transformation. So a couple things with spirit animals, as I was saying, and with the bear. I always look up the meaning behind the spirit animal. So I'll look up, the meaning behind seeing an eagle, or even a hawk. I would say even a hawk with that one, and with the owl. To me, one of my spirit guides, one of my spirit animals is a hawk, as I just came out of a meditation and I was receiving answers through that. So it's almost like when I view the hawk, or this bird's eye view, we talk about understanding and looking at things and looking at maybe this transformation that's taking place from a higher perspective. So it's like looking at things from differently. This feels like for some of you that feel like you're losing something, you're not losing anything. Take it from a higher perspective. You're gaining this wisdom. Whenever I see the owl, I always think of wisdom. It's like this knowledge, this internal clock, this internal compass. There's a compass on here. It's giving you what you need. What we need sometimes is not always what we want. And in this instance, I feel like there's a lot of clearing going on. A lot of things are leaving our life. And I know that can be painful. I know that can be like, what the heck? What is going on? Allow it to be. Because what's actually stepping in, this transformation and this bird's eye view, this higher perspective. I mean, even look at a bear, like it's how powerful is that? Like, you know, stepping into your power, stepping into who you are, this transformation. So even though things are leaving, sometimes things have to leave to make space for what is meant to come in. If you have this, you know, desire and this goal for your life, you can't live that dream and that goal from the mindset of an old self. So if you had these old limiting beliefs and this, you know, feeling unworthy or feeling like you're not good enough or whatever it may be, you can't, you know, I mean, anything is possible, but in order to receive what you are going through, you have to let go of what is no longer serving you, because you can't create $1 million from the mindset of, you know, only making $10, you know, a day or whatever it may be. So really stepping into your power, really stepping into this transformation. The gratitude, I keep like, let me make sure. Yeah, this is like, because I'm drawn to like the numerology on this. To me, this feels like not only, I mean, you can see like, I love this. I love these cards. Let me just shift these over a little bit. You look at the butterflies in here and the butterflies over here and kind of being drawn and pulled towards this. One, it's appreciating and being grateful for this transformation because you're coming out of this dark space into the light. You're understanding your light. You're understanding your power. I think some of you are even seeing and understanding the transformation that's taking place. And you're like, okay, for as painful as that was, this sort of had to like rock the boat to get me out and kind of in where I needed to be, where I needed to go. Even though you can't fully see the pathway that's ahead of you, it's almost like you know what was leaving and what is going and things that are changing and people and careers and money and all these things. You do realize that it's part of the process, that it's a part of the journey. And even though you can't fully see the exact steps ahead of you, you know that you're being guided, you know you're being led. I'm really drawn to mind, body, spirit connection on this one. This feels like it's more well-rounded. It feels like, you know, just full circle. It feels like the one thing that they keep saying is almost to begin or continue a gratitude journal. So if you're having a tough time seeing the light in the situation, if you're having a hard time like letting go of the past and not letting the past really control your future, start a gratitude journal, but live in the present moment. So like when you're living in the present moment with a gratitude journal, write down what it is that you are grateful for. That will help bring you into the present and instead of living in the past. Again, I'm being even drawn to this part on the card with them kind of crossing over a bridge. I feel like you're crossing over a, I don't even want to say a bump in the road, but I feel like you're crossing over a challenge or you're crossing over something that no longer serves you. It's like you're taking the high road is like what I'm hearing. Continue to take the high road and just appreciate and show gratitude for how far you've come, where you are and where you're going, and just trust. I feel like there's a lot of trust that's going on with this. Let me actually, I'm going to go into the archangels. Let's see what the archangel, I feel like they're really close. Yeah, the cards are just kind of popping out. So yeah. The first card that just popped up was the King of Ariel. Successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. So this is just like confirming. You can even see like, let me put these over here because we're going to pull a couple. You can almost see like the lights shining through, but all the abundance that's surrounding them. And some of it, like you can see some of this is like in the dark still, but you see how abundant everything is. Like there's like a treasure chest. There are roses blooming. There are, you know, this table is full of flourishing flowers. There's fruit hanging everywhere. Like he is happy. So it's almost like some of this might still be hard to see. Some of this might still feel like it's in the dark, but the light is coming through. You can see Gertrude. She came over here. My cat, sorry. The light is coming through. And I feel like you're almost like it's almost like the light is starting to kind of come into this space. So let it be. Show gratitude. Let it come in the way that it's supposed to come in. Oh, these are just flying out of here today. Interesting. Oh, okay. We have 2 of them. Yeah, Archangel Michael's coming in a lot today. 4 of Michael, insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, relief from stress. This actually, so one thing that I want to say with this full moon in particular, it is another super moon, and the energy is moving really quickly. It's almost like all this light that's coming in, like say we've been really waiting, like, you know, we were in this void, we were really waiting for things to really come in and click in and really like begin. And I feel like for like a month, let's say like 6 weeks, we were like in this void where we were like, there's not much happening. Everything that is happening is behind the scenes, so we can't really see it. It was kind of a really uneasy time because you're like, is this working? Is this not working? And you really just had to trust. It's like, now all of this energy is like rushing in, and all of these abundant presents, like I'm seeing like Christmas morning, you're like tearing off the gifts for all of this. This comes in with the full moon. I even want to say the full moon through to the next new moon. So that'll be the next like 2 weeks, let's say. Yeah, like the beginning of October, mid-October. But it's like to really stay grounded, because things are going to be changing and moving so quickly. It's like all of our abundance, everything that we have been wanting to come in is coming to fruition, but it's all coming at the same time type of a thing. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. So with this card, I want to say, like, make sure you're taking the time to rest. Make sure you're taking the time to ground and connect. For as simple as it sounds, as for like, you know, even if you take like 5 minutes to yourself and you just go stand in the grass or go near a body of water or do a grounding meditation, whatever it may be, make sure you're grounding so you can see things clearer. It's almost like it calms down the monkey mind, the subconscious. It calms down that analytical part of us, and it allows our like heart to kind of step through and to really appreciate. It's, you know, really stepping into this gratitude of everything that's coming in. So make sure to take the time off. I would say like starting today through at least Saturday, yeah, like the 3rd of October, something big feels like it's happening the 3rd of October. I have felt like this all year. I don't know what it is. Be mindful of that day. It feels really beautiful, but make sure you're really grounding and staying in your energy and not letting other things kind of come in and take that away. Yeah, this is the 8 of Ariel. Take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. This actually feels like you've already been getting this. It almost feels like a combination with, you know, we talk about all these gifts sort of coming in. It almost feels like what you've been doing is now bringing all of this in. So like, keep going, keep learning, keep evolving. You're being guided to where you need to be. So don't worry about like, if the right thing's going to come in or the wrong thing's going to come in. I'm getting like October 13th through October 16th. It's like, just really listen to what messages and what you're feeling pulled towards, because I feel like your guidance and the answers that you need are all coming in for you. There's not even a question about it. So I would keep listening. A lot of meditation. Take some time to be silent. For some, I feel like people aren't being silent, like taking the time to really ground their energy and really listen to their inner self. It's almost like there's a lot of external chatter going on. So it's like, just kind of keep living in the space of what you need. I feel like this is really centered around like what you need at this time. It's like not to worry about what others are doing and what's going on with others. This full moon feels really centered around you. Like what you need to release, what you need to bring in. Like, it's like what you feel like you want to bring in, what you feel like you want to release. It's like all about your energy. So for a lot of you, I just want to say, like, make sure you're grounding and you're meditating and you're really tapping into like your space and not anyone else's. Even clear your space, I'm hearing. I mean, I clean my house every like full moon, and I sage and I kind of just move things around and kind of shift it and change it while I'm setting intentions. It just kind of helps clear the space to allow new to come in. I'm pulling some tarot right now, so we'll kind of see what's coming in. Let's see, let's get a clarity on the Five of Wands. What comes after the Five of Wands? Because I feel like that is what has been happening. Ah, gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. I love this. I love this deck so much. It's interesting. So actually, I feel like it went like this. I love this deck. Okay. So at first, this is what I feel like the energy is in the present moment and what I feel like it has been for even like the past 3 weeks. I feel like people have been on defense. I mean, let's even look at like what is going on in the world, especially with, November right around the corner and all of these things. But this also feels like family. This feels like career, community. This feels like, I don't really feel like I guess it could be romantic relationships, but this feels like you really felt like you had to sort of stand, almost like stand at attention, stand in like, but it feels like you were on a fence, like you were in defensive mode. You felt like you had to prove something or fight something or do something to kind of prove your point or prove what you need or whatever it may be. It's like you were fighting for what you thought you needed. And I feel like the end of that cycle has come. And with that, it feels like you have help. What I'm hearing is you have help at your fingertips at all times. But you also are being led through this. Like, this always makes me think of Mother Mary, which you guys know I love her energy. I love working with her energy. But this almost feels like when you tap into that space of meditation and listening to what your heart wants, you are receiving the guidance that you need. If you notice, the scales are balanced. I mean, we have Temperance coming in right after, but it's like someone's coming in with the balance to help you see differently. You can even see the two here, kind of even like dark and light. It's like masculine, feminine. Thank you. The balance of who you are is now coming into play, but also the balance of everyone else is also happening. So when I say what you're going through, everyone else is going through, it's just in the way that it looks to them. So I say all this guidance that is coming in, this motherly energy, this balance, this like yin and yang balancing out, the understanding of the dark and the light, the understanding of why this needed to happen through this transformation. You are creating the balance, and look at all of the gold that's coming in. And this is happening to everyone. So it's like, I almost feel like things will settle down. I would say even through October, like mid-October, but it almost feels like the energy will calm down a little bit because we have the Temperance, because we have this balance between the dark and the light, between masculine, feminine, between spiritual and tangible. Like, I feel like everything is coming into focus. I'm even seeing like the triangle here, the mind, body, spirit. It's allowing that to kind of take place, but I feel like that is coming in. For a lot, this feels like, Pentacles, I always think of finances, but I'm also feeling, I just want to say like stress. Like, this feels like this is just like the stress is clearing out. And then you have like the Four of Wands coming in. I mean, look at the abundance, like the gratitude, the abundance, the just being so gracious and graceful with accepting everything that's coming in. I feel like allow to be whatever is happening at the moment. It's like knowing that you're divinely led and guided, and knowing that like who you are, where you are, like you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Let me get another clarity on that one, and let's just see what else comes after the Four of Wands, because that one feels like relationships to me. Yeah. And then I get like soul family. This feels like finances, but this also feels like relationships to me. Heavily influenced here. I feel like the right people are coming in for you. You're cultivating this beauty of your life that you really want to see. Like, I'm being drawn to my amethyst as well. you're really allowing the right people to come in. So allow the right people to come in and allow the others to leave. It's okay to let people go. I feel like the people that are coming in within this month, I even see through November, mid-November, are so important to your growth and you to them and their growth, that it feels like whoever has been coming in and whoever is coming in is really like that soulful connection. This can be romantic, this can be friendship, this can be family. Like it can feel like family. Just because you're not blood related doesn't mean that it's not family. Really enjoy these relationships, really enjoy the time with others. Really be mindful of who is saying what. I feel like listen to what others are saying to you. It feels like there's guidance coming through other people for you, which is really beautiful, because I feel like even, relationships are something I've been really focusing on, which also go hand in hand with career, which makes sense why they would be both coming up. But it's really focusing in on what others are bringing into your life and what you're bringing into others. I feel like it's the right stuff. Like it's like wholesome. That's what I hear. This full moon, this full moon feels like it's bringing in wholesome, loving energy. And then I pull the Ace of Pentacles and I just keep asking, I'm like, what else is coming in? What else is coming in? I'll elaborate on that in just a moment. Let me just see what else we have. What other messages do we have for the full moon? I love this. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm pulling a lot of cards. Finances, balance, trust with your finances. I even see, I just heard the word stock, but it's like invest wisely. Might be a good time to invest, or the return on investments are coming through for you. Allow it to be. I feel like the wheels have already been set in motion for this, but if you haven't invested, or if you haven't placed your money somewhere safe, meaning like somewhere where it's going to grow for you, while you don't have to do a whole lot, or, setting up a new account, or really looking at finances, I would say take another note, take another mental image, and really look at what your money is showing you. It's also going to guide you to where you want to go. And the Fool. The Fool followed by, I understand, the Ace of Cups. So for those of you that are taking on, who are taking a chance, let's say a lot of this old is clearing out and we have this new stuff kind of coming in. If you notice, the Fool is about taking the leap of faith is what I'm hearing. And you see how bright it is, how much sun is behind it, and even the little puppy, but it feels joyful to me. Notice that the money is there to back it up. And then you have the Ace of Cups, which is like ultimate fulfillment. Like my mom, who has passed on, whenever the Ace of Cups comes out, it's her communicating basically. So what I want to say to this is the chance that you want to take. So say you are speaking out more, say you want to shift careers, say you want to speak out towards your family a little bit more, or you want to ask someone out and take them out, or you want to take yourself out, or whatever it may be. Take the leap of faith and trust in your heart. If this is what your heart space is telling you, that's what I feel like when we talk about this full moon with the passion in Aries and the fire. It's like taking the leap of faith with your passion, with your fire, to start what it is that you want to begin. You have everything beside you and around you. You have this balance coming in. You have this extra support that's here. You have, the Four of Wands, which is just like complete beauty and gratitude and grace. You have the finances, you have the emotional support, you have the love coming in, you have the right people coming in. Take the leap of faith and trust. If that is what your heart is telling you, trust. That has been the word of 2020. It's like the more that you trust yourself, the more you're trusting spirit, The more you trust your choices and your decisions, the easier it is for you to receive the abundance that you are seeking. So trust yourself. I hope that this helps. I feel like there's a lot of really beautiful energy coming in. Make sure to stay grounded. Make sure to live in your heart space. There's a lot of rose quartz in here. Tap back into your heart space, into love, and you will make it through the powerful energy that's coming in. So I leave you guys with that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you have a good rest of your week. I will talk to you soon.